All right, 6:16. Maybe you're just waking up, and if you are, we've got a lot of brand new information as we continue to track Tropical Storm Idalia.
You know, each storm, it comes and you really can't take it lightly because you simply never know. We're going to be ramping up coverage pretty soon here in First Coast News when it comes to Idalia. Everyone wants to know, what can we expect right here at home, though?
Yeah, of course, of course. I mean, when we're talking about a major hurricane possibly making landfall in the Big Bend, we could be seeing those Cat 1 conditions really stretch. It depends. Stretch maybe out toward the coast as well. So right now, with our precision cast, trying to break it down county by county, I am really focusing on our inland locations for the strongest of the weather, the windiest and the wettest. That's because they do have that hurricane watch in effect, but of course we'll continue to monitor those watches and warnings to see if and when they are extended closer to the coast and farther across the area. So let's start with Duval County. We'll likely see gusts of 65 plus. Now if we see those sustained winds of 40, that's where it gets a little tricky here. So bridge closures will be something that we'll watch, but I would anticipate and plan for the potential for some strong rain bands. Power outages going to be possible within those, and also some isolated tornadoes cannot be ruled out, especially since we'll be on the right side or the eastern half of this storm center. 2 to 4 inches of rainfall will likely be expected for places like Jacksonville. Now we head farther to the west and we include Columbia, Baker, Bradford, Union counties. You all are included in waking up into that hurricane watch first thing this morning. We'll be feeling those Cat 1 conditions, hence the hurricane watch, not a tropical storm watch, even though it does make landfall. And then move farther inland and weaken as it does so, but still a major hurricane moving inland. Of course, the stronger it is at impact, the longer it's going to take to weaken eventually. Roof damage, large branches snapped, things like that can't be ruled out in areas inland. Possibly rainfall up to 10 inches, but I would say some of the computer models showing about 4 to 6, maybe 6 to 8, because this is going to be a fast mover. That's kind of a saving grace here, is thankfully it's not going to be parking itself and dumping days and days of rain. It'll be really one main day that'll be blowing in and blowing on out. This is 5 a.m. Wednesday, and I would say our strongest of the winds beginning to approach the Big Bend, pulling up toward that I-75 corridor as Idalia Center makes landfall around sunrise on Wednesday. Then we watch those 60+ mile-per-hour winds increase across the area. The red are the gusts near 40, so of course the purple are much stronger than that. So we watch those winds spread over our area throughout the day on Wednesday, and then by the late afternoon time frame, they're going to be decreasing from west to east, and our areas out toward Brunswick, St. Simons, you'll feel the conditions later on in the day on Wednesday. Then by Thursday, things will calm down and we'll head into actually a relatively nice, enjoyable weekend. But we've got to get through this storm first, okay? So the latest update as of 5 a.m. Shows a strengthening tropical storm from the hurricane hunters, and they're actually en route to investigate again. They'll really be in and out of this system here on out. Moving to the north at 7 miles an hour, increasing to major hurricane status come late Tuesday into early Wednesday, and then passing by us as a hurricane over land throughout the day on Wednesday. Now, rain chances for now are going to be on the lower end of the scale compared to what we'll experience, of course, on Wednesday with all of us getting in on those tropical downpours. But today's showers and storms, that will be much more isolated, and there'll be that sea breeze variety that we're used to. So take those preps seriously. Do it now before it is too late. You've heard folks say before, I mean, when things like this happen, we come into issues where we can't find the water bottles and the toilet paper and things like that. So just please, folks, make sure you're doing what you need to do to make sure your family has a couple days to get through this system if you were to get a power outage from it. Now we're going to get over to the UF Health Traffic Center, get you out the door on a Monday morning with Renata in the UF Health Traffic Center.